So we're here with Pope the Barber, Jen and Matt from Canvas Recruit, and
What's up?
are just going to ask you some fun questions. So let's jump right into it. So
Okay.
what so far has been the most rewarding part of your journey?
I mean, I would honestly say it would be the journey itself. It's been wild, And I mean, I guess just seeing the light at the end of the tunnel and being able to use, my experiences from the journey and help people. I take huge leaps. I've leapt far and I've fallen even harder, So I mean, my whole thing is just I'm just happy that I went through what I did so I can, now help people and save them the trouble, really,
Yeah, we love that.
Amazing.
Obviously we've been, following your story. We know a lot about you, and I think you say a couple of times that everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And we've been on this journey for about 7 months now, and we wholeheartedly feel the same way. And we love the fact that you being able to help people is the biggest part, and taking away and learning from these experiences is something that I think if we all get to experience is an amazing thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what platform this is going to be on, but I go balls deep. Let's, you know what I mean? I mean, it is, I swim deep, and, I think that's what saved me, and that's what saves, a lot of people in this industry is actually, loving what they do. I was like, last night I was watching Julie and Julia for the first time in my life. Have you guys ever seen that?
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah. You watch it. It's actually awesome. And, I mean, just long story short, it kind of like made me, remember how, I got through all of the grunt work of everything, and probably, same thing for you guys. It's just like, there's a little light inside of you, that makes you resilient, and that's kind of what I have to thank for that.
Well,
for sure. Watch that movie though. It's awesome.
I will.
Yeah,
I will.
I'll make her watch it. But I think for us, I think the biggest thing too is, and I'm sure you feel the same way, is like just being present and being able to see,
Yeah.
Along this journey, being able to see those signs and those breadcrumbs from the universe and really just following and knowing that you're on the right path is the biggest thing.
Well, so I wanted to ask you too, because like you do take bold moves, right? Like you picked up, you packed, you went on that tour, like no idea what's gonna come out of this, but this is what I want to do, and I'm taking action. Super cool. But most people would be like, well, that's scary. Like, how do I just eliminate that fear and kind of jump into what I'm doing? Like, how did you just like go for it?
I definitely do things, 1,000%. And, we all come to a place where you're doing what you love. And, I think everybody gets to this burnout point where it's, you're still doing what you love, but, unfortunately, it becomes a 9-to-5 sort of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's just not me. And something in my life just then, I mean, that experience that I'm referring to is, going on the tour and all that, is just knowing that there has to be some sacrifice, and that, your comfort zone is not where movement is going to happen, So for me, it was just a mixture of being burnt out and, not losing passion, but I mean, I've always just wanted more out of life, really, so it's following your gut. And as soon as you stop following your gut, that's when things become stagnant for a reason. I feel like everybody has to hit lows, to hit highs. But I mean, to just go back to your question, it's like, it's just do it. You're going to regret it if you don't do it. And, what is there to lose, really? It's like, if you make no movement, nothing's going to happen out of no movement, So there's a lot to that, but it's like I said, something inside of you that pushes you a little bit harder. And, it's all the experiences in life that makes you realize, like, what do you want? Like, what do you actually want out of life? And what are you going to do to achieve that, pretty much,
Yeah. No, I love it. I actually have a friend that says all the time, my fear of regret became bigger than the actual fear itself. And
yeah,
promised herself that she would never have regret ever again. And so it kind of puts you in that state of action, you know?
yeah,
Super cool.
always.
Love it.
And we're so aligned too. We literally, 6 months ago, we quit our jobs in New York City, moved across country with our 2 little kids. We're living with my mother-in-law in one room with
Made
the
it
kids
happen.
and putting everything we have into this platform. So like, as far as being aligned with what everything you just said, it's just, we live it and we're so about it.
What?
Which took me 36 years.
You know what? And people don't figure that out and ever in life. You know, you guys are actually lucky, and to do it as a team, that's freaking awesome. And that's all it is. It's that right there, and to be able to do it as a team, that's awesome. I have, my girlfriend now, we're like the same. We're solid. Everything we do is as a unit, and our dreams and goals align perfectly. So yeah, it's cool. It's cool when you can swim deep with somebody like that.
Sure.
Props to you guys.
Yeah. No, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
So, okay. I almost asked you how you keep your home work-life balance, but now it totally makes sense because you guys are just on that same trajectory of life.
We really are. Yeah. Yeah, we're on that, her and I are very similar, where, we're both females in male dominated industries, and, there was a lot of proving ourselves in the beginning, and a lot of, just burning ourselves out doing what we love. And, it's amazing now to be able to find the comfort within each other, but also to be able to understand what we want out of our life and our industries. And it's the same thing, the sky's the limit for both of us. And, we are able to see now, we both have seen hell to see heaven now, right. And it's just awesome. I've never loved anyone like I love her. And it's like, it's very awesome to have the same, just everything, morals, ideals, dreams. And yeah, it's nice. It's just like you guys. We have to chill for sure. I'll come to,
you're not
seriously.
even that far. We should go meet you. What business or technical tools can you not live without?
I'm gonna have to get hippie on that one too. It's really following your gut. That's my biggest business tool, is following your gut. And honestly, it's business wise, obviously you have to go in with a little bit of knowledge and passion. I feel like the best owners of anything, I always say the best restaurant owners, start out as the dishwasher. The biggest thing is take the stairs, baby girl. That's what I did. I took the stairs just like you guys. I've had business partners before and things like that, and the best thing I could have done for myself is just do it myself. There's so much. It's that much more gratifying to be able to say that you've built an empire on nothing. So I know that might be the fugazi sort of business tip, but it's so true.
No, I totally hear that. It's all about like the humbling sense, right? Like if you've been a dishwasher at one point, you can have compassion and you understand fully what your employees are doing to kind of make your dream flourish. So it's all about the team. Totally hear you on that. Yep. Okay, cool. So what is your biggest business challenge?
Biggest business challenge for me would be, I guess as an entrepreneur, it's like you really have no real one person to look up to, really follow in their footsteps, so everything's pretty organic for me. And, realizing what a brand is, and that's everything you like doing in one, and that's your brand. And it's okay to kind of step out of the norm and just kind of reach for whatever you want. It's hard to sometimes remember that the sky is the limit. It's but yeah, there are so many things to that as well. Owning a business and being a business owner, I guess the hardest thing is maybe translating out your vibe and ideas through other humans is the hardest thing, is to really translate out what your vision is, and you know, to get everybody on that same page, you know. But there have been, you know, small things for me that have been difficult, but that all comes with, you know, like learning along the way. Just like I opened the business really not knowing too much, and I learned the paperwork, I learned the back end of that by myself. That was hard, you know, but yeah, I don't know, everything's hard, but it's easy all at once. It's just going through the motions and really knowing exactly what you want. That might be the hardest part of it all.
Yeah, I love what you said too about kind of you know, the hardest part being translating your mission and your vision and your vibe to energy. I think, you know, we've been fortunate enough to speak to some really successful, you know, salon owners and barbershop owners, and the one common thing you see in them is being able to have that loyal team, the people that look up to them and that are inspired by their leaders.
But
right?
if you follow your gut, right, you're hiring people that vibe with you, and so it kind of all makes sense. So
Totally
awesome.
True.
Okay, so what's a big mistake you see other barbershop owners making?
You know, my biggest thing with barbershop owners and even salon owners is that they pay more attention to the client, rightfully so, but they're not taking care of their barbers or stylists as well. And that's kind of what I've modeled my shop after, is that, you know, of course, clients are my number one, but kind of behind my barbers, because I feel like if they're taken care of and properly educated, then there's no reason why their clients shouldn't be taken care of. And that's how I've run my business, and it's been working for me very well. And there's also, you know, no opportunities for, you know, the longevity in your own business, you know. So for me, I took everything that I did like and didn't like about the places that I worked, and I made sure that this place was just full of vibe, and that, you know, you were able to grow. So for me, like, I have my barbers, they did, you know, commission, and as soon as you can, baby girl, you get to that rental, you know, and that's fine with me. It's not all about money. It's just like, I just wanted to be able to walk into my joint, and I want everybody to love what they do and make money doing it, you know. So after that, you know, if rental is, you know, you're basically your own business owner, and then I have a contract with all of my employees that, you know, if you'd like to open your own Vatican, I will go 50-50 with you, you know. So it's all about how you see it. And for me, I don't think a lot of people really look at the future of the people that they're breeding, you know. And, you know, essentially I am breeding managers and owners, and I know that, you know. I think that's the biggest thing, because, you know, what's the biggest problem, you know, I've talked to with other people. It's like they're losing stylists and barbers left and right. And it's because you're treating them like shit, of course, you know. So yeah, for me, it's just, you know, having my own healthy boundaries, because it's hard being as, you know, kind as I am with them, but also, you know, just being able to put my foot down is very important. So have healthy boundaries, know what you want, and know basically what the vibe you want it to be, you know.
No, I love that answer. That's amazing. I think even just from the standpoint of your level of emotional intelligence of, hey, you want to open up a new barber, go for it. You're there to build them up, and then in turn, you know, you're bringing everybody with you, and then in turn you have some reward too in that. So that's super cool.
Yeah, of course. It's, you know, I help you, baby, you help me too. You know?
I kind of touched on this whole call, but what are the secrets behind being a great leader?
It's hard being a good leader, honestly. That's probably one of the biggest things I struggle with, you know, is wanting everybody to eat, and, you know, making sure you're also fed, you know, because that's always been me. I've always taken care of people before myself. And I think it's just important. I think, you know, any any question you have is going to revert back to just yourself, really. I mean, that's the biggest thing that people always, I mean, just overlook, you know. It's the, you know, you think it's the things that you do, but really it's just, you know, kind of within yourself. So, you know, for me to work on, when I was working on being a better leader and wondering why, like, why am I being so giving and like being stepped on always, you know, it was constant. And especially, you know, you don't think, I never thought like anybody could mess with somebody like me, really, but it's, you know, really opening up your energy to the right people, and like I said, having those healthy boundaries for yourself and knowing what you want, you know. It's so true what they say, you know, stand for something or you fall for anything. It's very, very true. And especially in a sense of being a leader, it's like you really have to have your end goal and, you know, that main focus, because, you know, when plan A doesn't work out, then you got a plan B, and, you know, you can't go astray pretty much. So I think that's the biggest thing, is just know what you're leading.
Yeah, no, for sure. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so who or what inspires you?
I mean, I would honestly say my girlfriend inspires me the most. You know, it's, I get this question a lot, and, you know, I love the hair industry. I love everything about it. I don't exactly have anybody that I idolize or want to be necessarily, you know, but I respect everything and everybody and what they do, and I learn a lot from everyone. But, you know, my lady and I, we really got this thing going on where we have, you know, the same lifestyle. You know, she's been to hell, and I've seen her, you know, really rise from that, and, you know, just live a life that we want to live, you know. And yeah, I mean, her eye for things, and it's just cool, you know. I can feel that you guys have that same connection where it's like, okay, you know, you guys see the goal, all right, let's do it. And, you know, with relationships, sometimes, you know, it's not 50-50, it's like 90 and 10. You know, if somebody's feeling 10 that day, then you do that 90, and it all, you know, we've been through lows and highs, you know, throughout our journey together. And we've always, for some reason, one person's always been that much stronger, you know what I mean, to really balance out that 100%. But yeah, she's my hero. I love her.
What I love about that too.
Cool.
What I love about that too is, you know, we relate obviously, but having someone that you could live every day with and that is aligned with who you are.
Yeah, just makes it that much more exciting.
But I think it also makes you a better leader, because I think what happens to a lot of people in your position, a lot of owners, they start out that way, and I think they lose track, and I think they forget why they started this way and why they kind of had this mission and vision. But I think having somebody kind of bring you back and recenter you
anchor
every day is allowing you to be a better leader, because you're not losing track of that mission and vision and what your true self is, right? So I think that's a big.
It's so true.
All right, so I know you're busy. This is my last question. How do you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered for exactly who I am. You know, I want to make sure. I want to make sure that the world properly sees what kind of person that I am, and I don't know. I mean, yeah, just for who I am and what I love. And I think everybody should be, you know, known for exactly who they are and the person that they hide. You know, I think that's huge, is knowing to love that person that you always hide, and to make something of it, you know. So yeah, I want to be known for loving what I do in the industry. I want to be, you know, known for helping people.
You are definitely authentically putting yourself out there, and I feel like your vibe is so cool. I would hang out with you all day.
Thank you.
Yes, and that's super inspiring. So I appreciate all of your time and your energy into this.
I appreciate you guys.
Yes, thank you so much. I really, really, really do appreciate it. All right, cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm gonna hit you up this week. We'll go out for like coffee or lunch, okay?
Yeah, send me a message.
That'd be great.
Okay, I will. Thank you guys so much.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.